Hi, I'm a Blisy.
Hey everyone, today I have a Battlespot doubles rating battle here against a player named Scrub. This was a very fun match. I think I played pretty well. I think he played pretty well as well. There's a bunch of silly mistakes on my part, but it was a pretty good, this wasn't really a good learning experience. This was at the end of the stream, so I'd say this was more the culmination of things I've been learning, and it's just fun to see myself improving. So anyway, his team is, in addition to the 4 he had here, I know he had an Aegislash and a Landorus. So the team I brought was Kangaskhan because it's my carry. I brought Amoonguss because Amoonguss does super well against Azumarill and Mega Kangaskhan, and it does actually well. I'd say it does pretty well against Landorus as well. I'd say it's about neutral against Aegislash, and it handles Thunderous decently well. Hidden Power Ice actually doesn't do that much damage to it, but it is a bit of taunt bait, and it loses to Heat Train. But I think it was still worth it to bring it. Suicune. Suicune I basically brought because I knew I almost expected him to lead with Kanga as well, so my intentions for lead was Suicune, Kanga lead, Suicune, Tailwinds, and my Kangaskhan is immediately the more powerful threat there after the Tailwind. And then lastly, I brought Landorus for Intimidate support and to deal with the Heatran and potentially Aegislash. So now that that's happening, let's get the match underway. Okay, let's see what we have here. So I lead with Suicune and Kangaskhan, as I said. The plan was to... Sorry, he's got Kangaskhan and Thunderous here. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to fake out his Thunderous with my Kangaskhan, and then Suicune's going to Tailwind. The fake out was so Suicune does not get taunted or Thunderbolted, and I was kind of thinking he would either fake out my Suicune or fake out my Kangaskhan, but he didn't either. He switched out for some reason, so I get a huge immediate advantage here. I was kind of gambling on a speed tie win or him not faking out my Kangaskhan. That was it. So I do huge damage to this Thunderous here with my fake out, hits twice, massive chunks, and I get a Tailwind here with Suicune. So now my Kangaskhan's really fast, and this is what I mean by the dumb mistakes. So Azumarill protects. I go with the Scald onto Azumarill because I was like, okay, I'll just burn it, see if I can do that. He Thunder Waves me, and I'm sitting here like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, of course he's gonna Thunder Wave me. He has Prankster, but like, I was just like, I got Tailwind, I'm invincible. So that was just a horrible dumb mistake by me. So I double edge and that thing dies. I like double edge on my Kangaskhan just because these battles go fast and the damage is just, I'm fine with sacking Kanga just to destroy people with double edge. It gets a few KOs that I couldn't normally get. So I switch out Suicune here and I go into Amoonguss. I know my so basically my plan here was Azumarill's probably Belly Drum. If it's not, I'm thinking Kanga is actually going to fake out Suicune to prevent burns, or he's going to power up punch myself. And the plan here was, since Kanga's paralyzed, it's not going to be able to sweep even with Tailwind anymore. So I'm just going to go for a double edge, see if I can't just wreck somebody on his team. So I go for a double edge, and it's just going to demolish this Azumarill. It actually doesn't die. However, he's going to die from... See, Kanga's dead, so even if he chose to attack Kanga, it doesn't matter. Because now it's going to go to this guy, and this guy here has Rocky Helmet. That's why I switched him in. Either of his Pokemon would have to do physical attacks, and if they hit this Amoonguss, they take damage from the Rocky Helmet. And I think Amoonguss is just so good against Mega Kanga. So I switch in Landorus here to get the Intimidate support, so Mega Kangaskhan is a bit weaker here. Now it's only a +1. So here I'm going to U-turn out because I don't want to... basically, I want to protect Amoonguss because I was afraid of the Heatran, and then I wanted to switch into something that could threaten the Heatran after U-turning. And I knew Mega Kanga could not kill my Landorus with anything, like with the only priority move that it could hit with. So here we go. Now Suicune threatens Heatran, and Heatran threatens Amoonguss, and Kanga... Basically, my plan here was to try and get Amoonguss out of there, because I knew anything Heatran would die to it. So I switch it back into Landorus. Landorus obviously my only switch in at this point, but it's also good because Kanga is now at neutral attack again. And since Suicune, despite the fact that it didn't take the return that well, I knew it could live another one, and I knew I could do so much damage to this Heatran with Scald. So it was completely worth it in my eyes. So as you can see, take huge damage from Scald there, and the Heatran's going to Heat Wave, and that couldn't kill Landorus, no way, but it's going to kill the Suicune because of the return. Even after the neutral, even after the Intimidate, just too much damage. So here I'm actually in a very advantageous position, because Heatran's going to have to protect or die here. Even with the Shuka Berry, I know it'll die to Earthquake. So I'm going to Earthquake and Rage Powder. Rage Powder is so after Earthquake damage, I know the double hit from Rocky Helmet will kill Kangaskhan because of the return. So he's going to hit me twice here with return, which does a buttload of damage, but Rocky Helmet, it's going to take him out. So that's awesome. And even if it didn't, next turn, Earthquake would have taken both of his opponents out. So, and I could have Rage Powdered and make sure he would have killed himself with Rocky Helmet that turn as well. So I protect here to make sure I don't kill myself to Earthquake and royally screw something up. The Shuka Berry is just not going to be enough to save him. I was kind of worried it would be, but it's not. So he's dead. That was a fun battle. I had the huge flop of letting my freaking guy get paralyzed, but at the end, it was worth it. Sacking Kangaskhan really wasn't even that bad of a deal. He killed 2 Pokemon, essentially. So it was very beneficial for me, if you ask me. So with that out of the way, with all that said, I think both of us played pretty well. I just played slightly better. I think Suicune is very fun to use, between Tailwind and Scald and Snarl. It's just, I'm having a blast using it so far. So I appreciate you guys watching this battle. If you could leave a comment telling me anything I can improve on, team builds, stuff like that, plays I could make. Otherwise, I'd appreciate a sub. Stay tuned for the next Battlespot or Smogon Singles battle or tutorial. See you guys later. So, he's going to protect here, which is so bad for me, because I fake